something we talked about yesterday. As our engineer Drew came to me and said, "Did I hear you're going on Zoloft?" He said this to me. I said, "Yes, I am." He said, "Why?" I said, "For my painful rectal itch." He said, "That doesn't seem to correlate."
Did he blink a few times?
Yeah.
Look at you.
That doesn't
Sure. Is that what your doctor's telling you?
How does it?
Cock his head like a basset hound.
How does it connect? He said, and then
It's for your mood, right?
no, it's for my PRI. And then another good friend of mine texted and said, "Whatever you do, don't take Zoloft. You don't."
No, but you're literally under a doctor's advice.
Well, yeah. And so I texted him back and said, "What do you mean? Why?" He goes, "Just don't. You don't want anything messing with your brain and that kind of stuff." And then later, his wife is a doctor, and he texted me later and said, "Well, I just talked to my wife, and she said it's a great drug, and you can absolutely take it safely. It'll be just fine." So he recanted.
Well, that's a bit of a
said,
relief.
Good. Let me tell you something. Now, I told you I was getting ready to go on Zoloft, and today would be my first taking of Zoloft. And everybody did what? Celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I won't be such a two-hump grump.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
Dancing in the streets.
Exactly. So my wife texted. I was late yesterday, out running errands, all this stuff. And my wife texted and said, "Your prescription is ready." They had let her know. I don't ever get my own. It always goes through her, right? And so I was going to stop at the CVS and pick it up. And when I got into that parking lot, I had this overwhelming feeling: don't take this medication. I just thought to myself, don't do this. I got it. I bought it. $6. It's the generic form of it.
Okay.
So I get home and everything.
No loft.
Okay. Got home and I just said to my wife, I said, "I have an overwhelming feeling of I do not want to take this." And she said, "What?" And now she's like, yes, you need to take this. And I said, "I don't think so." And she said, "Why?"
You're just pushing the pill bottle back and forth.
We're back and forth. Yeah, we're back and forth. And she goes, "I've prepared you some food to take it with." She goes, "You need this." And I said, "No." And we pushed it back and forth. I just said this overwhelming, I'm not going to take this.
I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I've seen this before.
Yeah.
In a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, all right. Yeah.
You are Jordan
Mm-hmm.
when he's about to be arrested. He needs to leave the company.
Okay.
And he's given a solemn speech to the group. And then at the end, he changes his mind and goes, "I'm not leaving."
Right. That's right.
Oh, that's the DiCaprio guy.
That's right.
That's
right.
you. You have agreed. You've taken the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, you're like, "I'm not doing it.
I do it all the time.
I'm not doing it."
An 11th hour renege.
I do that all the time. It makes my kids so mad. For instance, we're supposed to have salmon and mashed potatoes for dinner. And like 5 minutes before I'm going to prepare it, I think, "Oh, I'm tired." And I'll say, to my son, I'll say, "Why don't you just run out and get Chick-fil-A?" And we start writing down the orders. And he's like, "All right, great, this and that." And then he's getting ready to get in the car. I'm like, "No, don't do it. I'll do the salmon. Let me do the salmon. We're not going to do this." So I had this overwhelming feeling. And my wife said, "Why? Why would you not take it?" And I said, "Well, do I want to have a mood-altering drug that changes the chemistry in my brain on the hopes that a side effect could cure my painful rectal itch? Does that sound like something I want to do?"
Kids, leave the room.
So we had it out. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to do it. I just thought to myself, why in the world would I take a drug that changes my personality that's so winning?
Well, wait a minute.
So
back it up.
Well, you say but that's really what it's designed to do. It's designed to.
Yeah, but your dosage, I bet it's less than 1 milligram, isn't it?
Well, I don't even know. He told me he was giving me a low dose, and he told me to,
But it's a single digit, and you're cutting it in half.
Yeah. Well, the first week.
What if you just use it
that might be enough.
As a suppository?
Well, there's that. You could sprinkle it on.
Maybe.
I think we all know how those operate.
Maybe that's the way
You can rub it on there, like you rub garlic on a piece of bread.
Right. I'll tell the doc.
Like we do with my cats.
Yeah.
Just like smear it in some peanut butter and just rub it on there.
Right. Yeah. Just thinking about that. I just got such an overwhelming feeling of don't do this.
Who got to you?
Nobody.
Your own self?
Just my own self. All day I was like, okay, great, I'll pick this up. I knew it would be in the afternoon. I'll pick it up. I'll take it starting this morning. And I told my wife, and I was really surprised at her reaction of, "Oh my God, why not? Take it. And I've always sort of prided myself on not needing any medication. I don't know why that is.
That's what it is.
But that is part of it.
You didn't want to break your streak.
God, I am so proud of you.
Thank you. You didn't want me.
If you had just taken it, it would have been so much. And thus, I would have. I knew this was going to happen. I knew. When you said yesterday you were getting this, I knew in my heart and soul, I said, he ain't going to take it.
Because that's who I am.
I said, that's not. It would have been so simple for you to pull around, pop in your mouth, and keep on going.
Yeah.
I know you, though. You're defiant.
That's right.
At all the wrong times, but defiant.
That's right. I don't want to lose my edge. I don't want to lose my edge.
I know these landscaping guys are going to do a damn good job.
That's right. The pine straw guys.
You pick the worst sand in which to draw lines.
Yeah,
I know.
But I'm so proud of you for sticking to who you are.
If Biggie's proud, Kelly, how does that make you feel?
Look at who you're following. Look at who's talking about
That's
you.
right.
Don't get me wrong, it was a great day of content with the Zoloft yesterday, but you being defiant will stand for a generation.
Have you already flushed him down the commode?
They put all of us on cloud nine yesterday. I thought about it last night.
All of our moods elevated.
No.
I don't want to lose that edge.
Nobody tells me what to put in my body.
If you were on Zoloft, you'd have taken it.
I will, exactly. That's the thing. I don't want to do that. Plus, another thing that bothers me about it is, let's say it doesn't work for the PRI after a month, 6 weeks. Then you have to come off it. And I've heard that's not great, coming off of it. A lot of people say that. That bothers me.
It affects everybody differently. And if you are strong in mind, as you say you are,
I am.
Then it shouldn't be an issue.
I'm going to be strong enough in mind to conquer this rectal itch on my own.
You feel like you haven't been strong enough so far?
That's right. I'm going to think it away. I'm going to think it away.
I'm going to see this.
I'm gonna do this.
The think method.
The think method.
Not since the Music Man sold marching band instruments.
Tina, you're talking about Zoloft now. Go ahead.
Yes. I have had the painful rectal itch like you had, and I had it forever. Tried everything. Nothing worked. Well, I did get put on Zoloft. Actually, I take the generic brand, 50 milligrams, and I no longer have my painful rectal itch. It is gone.
Really? That is exactly what he gave me. 50 milligrams. That's it. It's 50 milligrams, and it's the generic version of it. How long did it take for it to go away?
It took a couple of months, but it finally stopped.
And
well, once you're done, once that symptom has gone away, Tina, do you stop taking the meds?
No, I've been taking it for a couple years now.
And did you find that your personality changed? Did it blunt who you are?
It made me a little bit more relaxed, where I don't get as upset or angry. But other than that, it's been fine.
That's why everybody wants me to take it, so I don't get upset or angry.
Think?
That's right. That's right. I don't want to dull this edge, Dave. I don't.
I think you should. I mean, we're talking 2 months, then you come off of it.
Thank you, Tina. Yeah, but come off.
That's not Tina's method. That's not
Tina
Tina's
stayed
model.
on.
Well, Tina stayed on it because Tina found herself to be a better self of her own, of her own self by doing that.
That may be the case.
You wouldn't have to deal with you wouldn't have smoky treats anymore. You wouldn't need them. Or brownie treats.
Maybe you're right. That call's got me rethinking now. That call's got me thinking about it.
No.
Defiant.
Stick to who you are.
My guns.
Hold fast.
You do you, as the kids say.
That's right. I don't want to break
misinformation.
I don't want to break my streak of not taking a drug, not being on a prescription, and I don't want to have to come off it, and I don't want to lose my edge.
Exactly. The first time you listen to a medical professional over a random caller is the day that this show goes down.
That's right. That's right. Ben, some comments on Zoloft. Go ahead.
I can't believe you, Kelly. There's three things. One, praying doesn't solve the medical issues, one thing. And you don't have enough brain power to kill off your PRI. Right? Number two, you have taken so many chemicals trying to kill this thing that you probably got 40 different types of cancer in your body right now.
In that area. Yeah.
And three, the edge that you have is because you're a PRI. It keeps you so tight and you can't. Loosen up, son. Loosen up.
What a call.
Man.
That's it.
Now I'm wavering.
That's your battle cry. Loosen up.
Loosen up. I'm
What a
wavering.
performance.
I'm wavering.
Loosen up.
Oh, no. I don't want to lose my edge. And he's saying the edge is because of the PRI.
Well, you're going to have such a baboon swollen ass.
Oh, man.
It's going to be ridiculous.
I'm
You'll
saying.
never get rid of it.
It's you may be right. Kendra, you're talking about Zoloft now. Go ahead.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm proud of you for not doing the Zoloft. It's not necessary. I was telling Biggie, I've had PRI before, and when I send you guys boxes, I'm gonna put something in there that's gonna help you get rid of that.
There it is. She says it's a treat for the holidays.
Does just one of us get it, and we'll have to figure out which one?
It's not like sounds like
whose box has the extra treat.
Sounds like Russian roulette.
Like hide the rainbow road.
All right, you wipe yours on.
Take one of these with a full glass of water.
Thank you. One of you.
Where do you put the water?
That's right. Thank you so much, Kendra.
Bless her.
I really appreciate you saying that. I am surprised at the people saying, no, take it. I just don't. To me, doesn't it seem like going after a small problem with too big a fix? Making an incision with a chainsaw is how I would say.
Depends on how miserable you are with it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not going to get any. It doesn't sound.
No.
You've been through it all. Hell, this is this is your doctor.
Listen, screaming while you poop is part of who you are.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at your reaction to this. I thought you would be really upset by this.
Oh, no, this is exactly what I expected to happen.
Biggie got a glimpse of what could have been yesterday.
Could have been, but no.
But I think Biggie is resigned to his own reality.
And the devil, you wouldn't want me all like nice.
Hey, sup, Big?
You don't want that. You don't want me to be that way.
You don't want Kelly turning around when you walk into a room.
No, you don't. You want me to be who I really am.
Standoffish, aloof.
That's exactly.
Every time you poop, you're going to have someone hold your hand.
Uncomfortable, anxious. I do have that issue now. It hurts then, it itches then.
You may not have a choice one day.
You might be right. I mean, if it gets so desperate, I still got that bottle of pills. I've got.
Well,
what about I know we have some medical experts listening. What about some sort of a transplant?
An ass transplant?
An ass transplant?
An ass transplant?
An ass plant.
An ass plant.
An ass plant.
Who of you are willing?
Who's your donor?
Who's the donor? The donor ass is what I need.
Well, Chris Demm.
Ben, you're talking about Zoloft now. Take or not to take? Go ahead.
I'm all in favor of taking it. I've been on about 3 or 4 years now, and when I get overwhelmed and I've got a lot going on at work, I'll stop taking it, and then I kind of get more like you, Chris Kelly. I get real assholey about a lot of things. And when I start taking the pill, I get more like Chris Demm, more laid back.
These are fair assessments.
Very good examples.
Everybody who's taking it says, "Oh God, you need it. You better take this." Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that phone call. We have James talking about Zola. I had the overwhelming feeling as the pharmacist handed it to me. Don't take this. That's what I had. Go ahead, James. You want to comment?
Yeah, I work at the pharmacy department at a hospital and see patients come in on a day-to-day basis, and they listen to family members or friends about not taking certain medications. That's usually why they end up in the hospital. When a doctor says to take it, it might help now.
Yeah.
In your case, it's for something that's, not the main result of what the drug's for.
That's the thing. I mean, I do trust the doctor, but the thing is, we're hoping that a side effect will fix a totally different issue than the drug is designed for. You know what I mean? It's
But I guess there's not enough money in pharmaceuticals, although maybe the phone calls would prove me wrong, but maybe there's not enough money in using just that part. If they could isolate the part of that drug that goes straight to your rectum.
Yeah. Thank you,
instead of your brain.
Appreciate it. It's like what they did with what's the thing that for your erection?
Viagra?
Viagra.
Oh, yeah. It was for heart.
Wasn't for erection.
It was for blood flow.
It was for blood flow.
Well, improving blood flow, right.
Yeah, and it caused erections. So they...
Like the stuff that makes you lose weight now that people are taking.
Yeah.
It was for
something else.
Diabetes or cholesterol or something.
Yeah, and it makes you lose weight. You reported on that. People are getting the drug.
Yes.
And now diabetics can't get it because it's a weight loss.
That's right.
That's a
Ozempic.
That's a great point.
Ozempic.
Yeah, it makes you lose weight. Blogger Jen, she called yesterday on this. Let's see what she says about this update. Blogger Jen, go ahead.
I just want you to stop being such a wuss. Like 50 milligrams is nothing.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Like at the height of my postpartum depression, I was on 200 milligrams, and that'll make some changes.
That'll
but 50 milligrams probably won't even affect you.
No big deal, right? Just take it and go on. But stop being
now. And It helps me sleep. I sleep great with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good drug, I think. And like I said, it's mild. I took it during my pregnancies, and
that seems to be everybody's saying it's mild. You know, it is a really good one. According to even like my friend who first said don't take it, who talked to his wife, who's a physician, and she said, "Oh, it's the best one. It's a great one."
I haven't heard any bad side effects from it. Have you? Except for maybe coming off of it later.
Diarrhea.
Okay.
Thank you, Blacker Jim.
Those are in every. That's on the side of an aspirin bottle.
Diarrhea,
happiness,
nausea.
Oh,
okay. Lack of erection, inability to climax.
But those are generalities.
That's what some people do say. They say that you have sexual function is declined.
I mean, death is probably one of them.
Probably, but your libido goes downhill and weight gain. I mean, all of those. I looked at the side effects. Those are the side effects. For some, not for all.
No, not for all.
Avengers Joe, you're talking about Zoloft now. To take or not to take? Go ahead.
I won't take it. Just for the listeners, just for the people who have listened to you for so many years. Like, I want to hear the different version of you.
Yeah, just compare and contrast.
It's like when they replaced Darren on Bewitched. I'm crushing Dave Aiken's dating game.
You
really are.
You are killing it.
Bewitched, the music
man.
Oh, my God.
That went back 80 years.
Thank you, Avengers Joe. You're right. You're right. I know people would love, I think the audience would like to hear that.
Well, you just want to see the other side.
It's like trying on a different pair of pants for a month.
It is, but would you want to lose all this? I mean, what if it helps the itch and I keep taking it, but it completely blunts me? What if I'm just like now a blunted tool? I'm not what I used to be. That really would bother me.
A blunted tool.
Yeah.
But you might feel like you've had your edibles all the time.
That might be nice. Now, that might be a nice thing, too. I don't know. But the
That way you can have edibles and no butt hurt. And
I'll tell you this. I think the thing that's keeping me from taking it most of all is I hate admitting that I'm on a medication. I'm not on any kind of medication, and I wear
You're
that.
a mess.
I really want to. Yeah, I want to.
I would think half of American adults are on something.
Oh, totally agree. That's why I like to say, when I go to the doctor and they say, "What medications you're on?" I say none. They're like, "You're kidding," and I'm like, "That's right."
You sit there smugly with your arms folded.
That's right. Exactly.
Not a GD thing.
I do. I say that. That's right.
Maybe you should be.
Steve, you're talking about Zoloft. Go ahead.
Hey, Kelly, I think what you're afraid of losing is the itch. I think you are painful rectal itch, and you're afraid to lose that.